Hello, Eunah, and welcome to Shadow Healer 101. I'm going to be doing a reading. But first of all, I want to get two things straight. I want to get two things straight because you said some things that I will have to check you on. Whether you meant them offensively, defensively, not, doesn't really matter. I will have to check you on them still. So the first sentence you wrote, you want to see noticeable results, blah, blah, blah. First of all, let's get something very straight. And then you said something like, please don't ask me to do more healing work if I don't see noticeable results. Okay. The only reason why I'm not roaring at you right now, quite literally, the only reason why I'm not like rah at you right now is because I have dealt with clients and actually something I'm very well aware of. That's why when I wrote you that message, I said this is not a cash grab or something of that sort, so that you understand that I am very well aware that these are things that people are very worried about. There are a lot of people that have done healing work and, with fraud and all that kind of stuff. I am well aware of that. However, you come to me for healing, understand that, and in no shape or form will I expect, accept, negotiate through disrespect. That was disrespectful. Whether you meant it to be or not, it was very disrespectful to me because were insinuations that were made, and I don't do that. And if you did your research, since you're trying to check me, let me check you. If you actually checked me all the way, you would know that about 3 months ago on a Virgo video, I can't remember the title that I wrote, but on a Virgo video, I talked about how I have over $10,000 in the air from clients that have helped and they have not paid me, not the other way around. They have not paid me. I've paid them. They have not. I've done the work for them in that way. They have not paid me. Over $10,000 in the air. First thing. Secondly, again, I understand that there is this whole scam artist thing that's going around. But same way, actually, I'm just gonna put it as bluntly as possible without being too disrespectful. Same way I knew your energy better than you knew your energy, and I knew what was blocking you better than you know what was blocking you. That's the kind of reader I am, and that's the kind of person I am. So same way I can tap into that energy without you telling me anything about it. I know what needs to be done, and I'm guessing when you paid that money, because $500 is a lot of money, but when you paid, well, at least for some people, but when you paid that money, that was you trusting that I know what I'm doing and I know how I'm doing it. So don't check me, honey, because if I wanted to check you, I would check you in all four languages that I speak fluently, and I will run you around the moon and the sun and the stars when I check you. Don't disrespect me. I don't do that. So check yourself. I'm a Virgo with an Aries moon. I will read you for filth. Secondly, now, which actually segues into what I was saying from the first thing, I said I was going to tell you how he feels about you. I was going to do a reading for you on how he feels about you. That was what I offered. I didn't say I was going to tell you what kind of hair he likes. I didn't say I was going to tell you if he likes dick or vagina. I didn't say I was going to tell you if it comes up, then it comes up. But I didn't say I was going to tell you anything more than I said I was going to tell you, or I was going to try to get for you, which was the main focus of how he feels about you, so that you know whether or not you want to go for it or not, or you figure that out for yourself. But that's what I said. So the reason I say that is because not all psychics are the same. Same way there are people that are psychics, they call them mediums that see ghosts. Not all psychics see ghosts. Some people see the future. Not all psychics see the future. Some people see the past and they don't see the future. Not all psychics only see the past and they don't see the future. Some people feel energy from persons, literally empaths. That's what they call them. I call them sympaths, but everybody calls them empaths. They can pick up on other people's energy easily, and that's it. I get that too. I am that way. However, for me, I guess it's grander because it's not just humans that affect me. Even when there are celestial energies working around, if you, again, you did your check-in, properly, you will know that it's something I've talked about on this channel several times. But you can't do your check-in properly because there are several videos on my channel. So where do you begin, right? Which is my point again. Don't check me. I'm a Virgo. I deal with facts. So don't check me. I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. I may not get everything right. I may not get every detail right, but I generally am right 99.999% of the time. So don't check me. So I said I was going to tell you what I was going to tell you. I was going to try to get the information that I was going to try to get, and that's the information that I'm going to try to get. Because I might not be able to tell you if he likes blonde girls, and even if he does, how does that affect your life in any way? Are you going to go dye your hair blonde because you want to please him, or make him more? What exactly does that do for you? Let me ask. What does that do for you, or how does that help, or how does that fix, or how does that heal, or how does that bring you what you want? What does it do, except the fact that you have control issues? I said what I said. I know your energy a lot better than you know your energy. Trust me. Okay, let's get into your reading. So we're going to be doing, I'm going to pull 3 cards for this energy, for his energy, and try to get what I get. The man Eunah has a crush on. The man she has a crush on. Who is it? Okay, I have him in my head now. Okay. The man Eunah has a crush on. Give me his surface mind as pertaining to her. The man Eunah has a crush on. Give me his shadow as pertaining to her. The man Eunah has a crush on. Give me his present energy as pertaining to her. The man Eunah has a crush on. Give me the potential future between them two, Eunah and her, and Eunah and him. Overall energy for this possible situationship, coupleship. The 8 of Wands, communication. So that's not a bad start. That's not a bad start. I have to say that's not a bad start. The 4 of Pentacles, the Zephyr's mind. The 4 of Pentacles. So he's holding back. He's holding back. He's retaining. He's keeping it to himself, which already right off the bat, if an energy like the 4 of Pentacles comes up, then I'm already leaning. I've not even turned the rest of the cards around, but I'm already leaning more towards there's a high chance that he might like you. Now let me turn off my heater because I don't have my speaker piece on, and I don't want the AC to interrupt or whatever. What is he holding back from? We have the Chariot here, Cancerian energy, but the Chariot talks about moving forward, taking a great leap. Give me more on this 4 of Pentacles. What is he holding back? That's pertaining to Eunah. Or Eunah. I don't know. Are you Korean? I think I've asked you that before. That name Eunah. I don't think Chinese people have the name Eunah. I know. I'm very big in Korean dramas. Like I'm practically obsessed with them. I love Korean dramas. I also, but the Chun is what throws me off. I watch Thai lakons. I watch, like I'm really big. I watch Indian movies. I love. You might not know this, but I'm a writer, and I have worked in the film industry, before very heavily. I'm very big. I'm very big on Korean dramas. I even write some fan fiction myself, which is quite popular. And I released some books. Of course, I release my books generally under pseudonyms. So yeah, but anyways, okay. The devil is the first card that flipped out, and the three of cups. The devil and the three of cups. That those are too many cards. I want more. I want something more precise. Give me something more precise. Eunah, maybe because I was talking and I wasn't concentrated. So Eunah, this man, what is he holding back as pertaining to Eunah? The moon, secrecy, hidden things, strength, Leo, energy again, and the Knight of Wands. So yes, the Five of Swords. So it's like actually, I'm just gonna say hidden feelings. The moon, literally hidden feelings. The strength, trying to keep it, and then the Knight of Wands definitely tells me that. And you know what? It's funny because I think he has a sexual attraction to you, especially with the Knight of Wands there. He might have some kind of fantasy of like he might have the Knight of Wands is kind of like a very fast energy, but the thing is the Knight of the Knight of Wands, everybody gives him that rep of, being the Casanova. Well, he is a Casanova. He's actually maybe not even a Casanova. He's more of and that's the card of Sagittarius, by the way, the Knight of Wands. Just so every card in tarot has like an astrological placement, like it actually coincides with a certain energy in astrology. So, for example, I always talk about the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is when Venus, the planet of Venus, intercepts or conjoins or inter falls in the placement of Virgo, however you want to put that. Same way people will say, full moon in Pisces. So there's a card everywhere. I mean, sorry, each and every single one of these cards does have an astrological placement. The Knight of Wands, if I'm not mistaken, is actually the card of Sagittarius. And with the strength there, card of Leo, again, we are getting, this is you remember yesterday, we had a lot of Leo energy. So he might have very strong placement in his chart, but Leo also, Leo placement in his chart. I don't know if he's a Leo actually. Like, for example, I am a Virgo, but in Vedic astrology, I am a Leo, and I have a Venus in Leo. So in a love reading, I might actually show up. Actually, in all my readings, 99.9% of the time, I've gotten about 5, 6 readings, but I don't really count certain of them because they were shitty. Um, no depth to them, no nothing, just, whatever. Didn't really tell me what was blocked, didn't really tell me how to heal it, didn't really tell me nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. But um what was I saying? But I generally almost every single time will show up as the sun. Like actually every single reading I've done that and that's actually one of the ways I even know that a tarot reader. If I'm doubting, if I'm watching a general video and I'm doubting, is it my message? I look for the sun and I look for the emperor because I have an Aries moon that is very powerful, very strong. Because the Aries moon is who you are. Your moon is who you are, is what you've mastered. Then the sun is what you're trying to achieve in your life. So that's how that works. But anyways, with the strength here, first of all, two major arcana is very big, and the Knight of Wands there gives me a lot of energy. First of all, yes, the Knight of Wands could be you, but it gives me very strong. Maybe that's again why we had so much fire energy because I thought it was Scorpio, but you said you're a Leo, right? You said you're a Sagittarius, right? Maybe that's why we had so much fire energy in your last reading. Or he might also have heavy Leo placement. Anyways, but even here with the moon, I'm also still getting Scorpio energy. You're a cusper, so that makes sense. That's why, anyways, you're a cusper. The moon, hidden feelings, that's literally one of the big definitions when you talk about reading tarot traditionally with the rules. That's what it would represent. The strength, self-control, which we already got that with the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So yes, he's fantasizing about you. I do think that maybe he would want to talk to you a little bit more. Actually, I think he would want to do more than talk to you. He might also fantasize about having sex with you. That I have to throw out there. And I think maybe because he's thinking about it in those terms, he wants to, you know, chip himself away in a way, which there's a restriction there. There's a sense of self restriction there that is very important, and this is in his surface mind. I always differentiate. I know a lot of readers don't do this, but I differentiate. Actually, I think I'm the only reader that I've met that does this. I differentiate between the surface mind, how a person is thinking, their conscious thoughts, how they're processing information, versus their shadow, which is not necessarily what they're thinking, it's more of their higher self, or it could also be their karma, or it could be the energy that's surrounding them. The shadow is very broad in that way, and generally I will know as I read deeper which it is as pertaining to. Now let's look at, so we have that. Now let's look the moon. The moon. He has feelings for you. He has feelings for you. And I think there might even be with the Knight of Wands there, there might actually be erotic feelings. Now, also, this is the one issue I might have with the Knight of Wands is that he might actually just want to have sex, not something stable. He might just look at you as kind of like, she's damn, she's hot, I really wish I could fuck her, that kind of thing. I hope you can hear me well. What I said was, damn, she's hot. Sorry, I don't have my mic on, so when my voice goes low, I become conscious. I have a very low voice. I have a very deep voice if I speak naturally how I speak. So I generally have to project, or else it sounds like I'm just like murmuring, or. But anyways, um, yeah, the moon came up earlier, and the moon comes up again hitting feelings. He is not going to express it, and it's funny because the moon is the shadow. That's the energy of the shadow. So when the shadow comes up in the position of the shadow, that gives me, you know. Anyways, let's see. What is this moon about? Give us more on this moon. The Emperor taking charge, the Three of Cups, and these two cards have come up earlier before. When the cards fell, remember, I said there were too many cards. This exact same cards, with others had fallen out. The Emperor, the Three of Cups, and what was the other card that fell out? There was another card that fell out, but I put it back because I said it was too many cards. And the Queen of Swords. The Six of Cups. Okay, so I do feel like this person, they have been cheated on, or they've been cheated on, or they're looking. My flame is being very active right now. I don't know if you can see that. Usually when my flame is very active, it means that there's a lot of energy in what I'm saying. So with the Emperor there, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords, I do feel like this person has been cheated on. There's an energy here of, I think he's been married before, or maybe someone he has a child with, or maybe someone because the Emperor is usually like a male figure in your life. um like the Emperor will be like that, the masculine energy. So when the Emperor comes up, I usually look at him as a husband, a father, that kind of a person. Or you could also be like a boss. Also, there's a worry here I'm getting with the Three of Cups there. There's a worry here about possibly getting into trouble with the Queen of Swords. I remember last time the King of Swords came out, and I said something like he might be like, I don't know, maybe he works for the HR, because the King of Swords in that deck had like a book in his hand. Actually, I think you said, was it I that said it or you said it? I think you said something like that too, or I said it. But he might work for HR, or he might be some kind of a boss. Like he keeps records. The swords are very like judicial energy, very head over heart. So there might be a worry also that if this gets involved, then there's a possibility that the work situation, because the Three of Cups coming up in the center, and the heart position in the center of it all, tells me that what is blocking, he might be in a position of power. With the Queen of Swords, maybe he works like for the HR. I don't know, but no, well, HR is not really a position of power per se. Um, but he might be in a position of power with the Emperor here, and the Queen of Swords tells me that um, he might have had this situation happen before. There's something here that he doesn't. It's like a shame to him that he doesn't want to repeat. There's something here that's a shame to him that he doesn't want to repeat, and I'm saying that particularly, especially because of the Six of Cups. I feel like the Six of Cups, you know, also it gives me an energy of nostalgia. But what I'm picking up the strongest is that there's something here that's happened before in his life that has wounded him as pertaining to maybe getting involved with people at work. Maybe he got in trouble with his boss or something of that sort. But there's an energy here. Also, I'm getting a worry that maybe people in the environment. I know you said you guys work together, if I'm not mistaken. He's your colleague. So I think he's also worried about people with the Three of Cups again standing in the middle of this Emperor and this Queen of Swords, who is also very straightforward, very direct. She says what she means. She has her sword up, so she says what she means. When they have their sword down, when they have their sword up, they're ready to speak. when they have their sword down, they're more compassionate. That's how I generally read it. There's a fierceness with the sword up. So, and generally what they'll say is right, it will be the truth, but it might also maybe sometimes be vicious. But this is not a law, settlement reading or anything of that sort. This is just the Queen of Swords. As pertaining to this spread and what the energy I'm reading here is a Queen of Swords. And also I'm noticing the butterflies, and that's something also I kind of picked up with this Six of Cups. Like there's a nostalgia feeling also surrounding you. But again, it comes back. There's something here about, first of all, he's been cheated. I feel like he's had a situation before where either he cheated with someone at work, or there was some kind of an affair that didn't end well. First thing I'm getting. Second thing I'm getting, also he's worried about repeating something that he's done before. So maybe he cheated, or maybe the person he was married to cheated, who knows. But I'm getting, first of all, cheating has happened before. I'm also getting that there is an energy again of people at work not repeating something that has happened before at work. I'm also getting a very kind of divisive way, and again maybe that's why, and that Four of Pentacles is like he's protecting some kind of information. He doesn't want something to come out, or and he's worrying that maybe if he approaches you, then it might make work somewhat, or he's worried that maybe because he's in a position of power, whatever that means, that people at the work, the other people at work, might have a lot to say about you guys possibly having an affair. Like there's a worry there around repeating something that has happened before. There's a worry there about having possibly been cheated on, or having cheated before at work, or something of that sort. And there's also a worry there about starting something at work, or starting something in an environment where other people will notice, and then it might be a repeat of something that has happened before. I haven't looked at the card that came out at the bottom. Let me see, the Magician. Yes, 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 yes. So he is attracted to you. I just don't know that it's gonna go anywhere. Let's see, the Queen. This is the second time this has happened. This is the second time this has happened. The Queen, and you see in this deck, she has her sword down. So his energy, again, he's not speaking. This is the second time. The first time it was the moon, and the moon came out. The Queen of Swords, do you see how it's like almost telling me the story before the story comes out? Like you kind of get it. So the Queen of Swords there, yeah, definitely. He's not speaking, he's watching, he's observing. He might also be a very good boss, or he might be a very good HR, like he might be liked at work. He might be liked at work, like, because the Queen of Swords, with her sword down, she could be very nice. She can be compassionate. I mean, she's still the boss, the HBIC, head boss, head bitch. How is it? HBIC, head bitch in charge. Like he's still that, but she's still in that energy. But she's a lot more compassionate, a lot more understanding, and people generally would like her more in this energy, as opposed to the one with her sword up, or even the King of Swords with his sword up, where he's a lot more kind of dictatorial, in the way that he goes about his stuff. Now let's see, Queen of Swords. The Five of Wands, yup, again. Conflict, gathering, petty talk, yup. Struggle energy here. The Five of Wands, inner conflict as well. The Ten of Swords, yup. There's something here that scares him. I'm telling you, there's something here that scares him about having an affair at work, or someone, and the Knight of Swords. He feels like, and the Ace of Pentacles, this and the Moon. What am I saying the right thing, or am I not saying the right thing? The Knight of Swords, the Moon. Let me hold it how the Knight of Swords, the Moon, and the Ace of Pentacles. He feels, for whatever reason, that this situationship, whatever the situation is gonna create a lot of friction, a lot of conflict. Let me ask, does he already have someone in his life? Because this reaction, let me see, does he already have someone in his life, yes or no? One card. The Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Cups. I feel it's not that he has someone in his life, and if he does and he feels trapped in it, he's not very happy in that relationship. But it's more of his mental energy. It's very much like it's more of his mental energy. He's more entrapped in himself and in his thought process. The five, yeah, self sabotage. Okay. The ten of pentacles. Again, the five of swords sneak. Yeah, seven, five, eight of swords, five of swords. A lot of mental energy. The fool and the nine of swords. A lot of mental energy. Something he hasn't let go of. The moon again. It keeps showing up. Hidden feelings. And look at the king of swords showing up again. That's that king of swords. This is the deck I used. Was it yesterday or whatever day? This was that same card. So again, there's a lot. And again, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the card, yes, as maybe a potential relationship or a marriage or something of that sort. But as I'm looking at this, I'm again noticing there's this woman sitting here and she's watching this couple. There's something here about, and she looks rather disheartened, by this. There's like an energy of envy there. So again, I do feel like there's something about people being envious or looking at you guys, or there's some kind of worry, and it's a big worry, and anxiety that surrounds the possibility of this going out, or maybe he has been reported to HR before for doing something to someone at work or something of that sort. I don't know, but it's not giving. Again, I'm reading energy, not people's minds. I'm not reading their minds. I'm reading their energy. But there's some big worry there. Maybe he's been reported to HR, and for doing something at work or flirting with someone at work, or maybe whether he was guilty or not. But there's also that kind of energy of like he's worried about, like I said, it's like he's worried he doesn't want to repeat something that has happened before. Like there's a worry there. Now let's pull the last card. Wait, I think I already pulled the last card. That was a Knight of Swords. Okay, so going on to the next energy. Wasn't that the Knight of Swords? Or am I mistaken it with something else? Let me just pull one more card. Boy, the three of cups again. Three of cups again. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then the Knight of Wands in the potential future. That's again the card of Sagittarius. So let's see what he's thinking in this energy as pertaining to you, or where and that's in the potential future. So right now he's not speaking, but there might be activity in the potential future with the Knight of Wands there. But I feel like it will just be with the Knight of Wands. I feel like it's mainly a sexual thing. It's more of a sexual thing. It's not so much about the Page of Wands. It's more of a sexual thing. It's not really more of a. I don't know if he's had an affair at work before, but I keep getting that energy, and for some reason it blew up in his face. That's what I'm feeling, and it's something that maybe it was with this company, maybe it was on another company, but something he's keeping very quiet, or he's trying to. Oh my God, sorry, someone is calling me. I hope that didn't interrupt. Okay. The Seven of Swords, the Judgment, Second Chance, the Ten of Cups. Now that gives me an affair energy. The Seven of Swords is my ultimate cheating card. Sneaky behavior, red flags everywhere. The Ten of Cups and the Judgment. I think he has someone in his life. Or I think, there's something here. The Five of Swords, my two least favorite cards in tarot. Honey, he's cute. I know you think the Three of Cups. I'm telling you, he's had an affair, or there's gonna be an affair. But I'm getting very strong affair energy. I'm also getting what's the word I'm looking for? Not retribution, but like there's gonna be a reaction that he knows is not gonna be favorable. That he's worried about, like he's worried about something coming out or getting out, or and he's worried that people at work are gonna notice or gonna say something. There's something there. I know you think it's cute, honey, but this might be too much headache for you. Let me just say that right now. The Eight of Swords. Okay, the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords. He has to tell you the truth about what this thing is. Like he has to be honest. And I feel like he's not gonna be able to be honest. He's not gonna be able to. These are the two swords. No. He's not gonna be able to be honest with you. For some reason, he's not gonna be able to. He doesn't feel like he has it in you. The highest potential of this relationship that I see going, from where it's standing right now, the energy I'm picking up is an affair, and I think that's as far as it's gonna go. If there is anything that happens between the two of you, it's gonna be an affair. It's gonna be some vagina and penis, and maybe a lunch date or Starbucks or some eye fucking at work, but it's not gonna go beyond that. The Emperor. Yep, that's him. The Three of Cups. Again. Is he married? What is this? And the Two of Swords. Is he married? He's either been married or he's had someone cheat on him, or he's had a tendency of cheating before in his relationship. That, like, and I feel like again, it's like with his friend group, with his family group, or within his friend family group, or within his work group. But there's something here about, again, a collection of people, a collective of people that have he's done something that either he's done something that was shameful, or someone did something that was shameful, towards him, and people knew about it. There's a fear here of people knowing. Like, he has this intense fear of people knowing, very intense. But the reason I feel like he might have done something is because the Four of Pentacles keeps coming up. There's like this energy of like he's trying to protect the information in a way that naturally, if a person was not guilty of, and by the way, notice a Knight of Wands came out and a Knight of, anyways, but there's a fear here of like, if it wasn't that, so he might be in a position of power at work, and I feel maybe he's done something before at work that had put him in trouble, like, because I keep getting this energy like he's done something. The fact that he's trying to protect it so hard, this information, he's trying to keep it hidden, trying to bury it, is telling me that he's done something. Maybe he got reported or something. But yeah, there's a warrant. Look at how active my flame is. You can't see it, but I mean, Jesus Christ, it was jumping, like really active, and it's really strong. That's a really strong flame. So I know I'm saying the right thing. Anyways, I've said what I've said. I've helped you in the way that I said I was going to help. So I hope it resonated, and I hope you do take the advice. I know Sagittarians are stubborn, and they will do what they will do anyways. But and funny enough, one of the last people that I had this situation with, where they asked me, to do the work before they pay me, they will see the results. She was a Sagittarius, a lady in Canada. She's actually now a great friend of mine, but not a great friend per se, but I say she's like my second mother because my mom is also Sagittarian. But anyways, thank you for ordering the reading. I will be actually, now that I'm doing this, I shouldn't I should save myself the energy of having to write you an email. I don't like a lot of emailing back and forth. Maybe because I'm a writer and I do a lot of writing. When I don't have to write, I don't want to write. So what is it? What was I gonna say? For your ritual, it's gonna be scheduled for 2 weeks from now. This is gonna be 2 weeks from now. I'm trying to think. Today's the 12th. Because I haven't scheduled it yet. I usually schedule on Sundays or on Saturdays because I try to take Sundays off, even though most times I feel at it. I still do work. For clients that, anyways, I still do work because I do a lot of free work too. That doesn't mean you should expect me to do free work for you. But if a person contacts me and I do a reading and I see that they really need the free work and they just can't pay, then I will do it. If I'm really led too intuitively to do it, then I'll do it. So generally, I do cleansings for myself because I spend the whole week tapping into people's energies. So I do cleansings. I try not to do anything work related. I just try to relax and to purge out and just have some me time. So I haven't scheduled it yet because when you paid, it was already too late. So, but it should be within the next 2 weeks, 1.5 week or 2 weeks. Um, Let me just think of a date off the top of my head. And generally, I do the Monday through Wednesday. So I know it's not this week. So it's either going to begin next Thursday. So I do the Monday through Wednesday, then I do the first batch, and then I do the second batch Thursday to Saturday. So 3 days. 3 days, 3 days, first batch, second batch. So it's either going to be within the Thursday through Saturday batch, or it's going to be in the Monday through Wednesday batch of the next week. So it's not this week, next week, either Thursday through Friday through Saturday, or Monday through to Wednesday. And you will know when I've done it because I'll send you an email telling you that I've done it, that your ritual is completed, and I'll tell you the steps after the ritual. Nothing that you really have to do per se, but what you need to do. You don't have to buy anything or do anything, but just what you need to do, or certain things you have to be aware of when I work magic on you. Nothing bad, nothing scary. Okay, that's all I have to say. I hope it resonates. Anyways, take care of yourself, and I wish you the best. Bye bye, honey.